So I'm a little under, and I got one more match to go. So we're good. All right, so the final match is the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Real quick, by the way, guys, just as a disclaimer, I'm putting in bets and stuff now, so spec. Our values might change, but we're both sticking with the picks we're making.
Yes.
Just the amounts might adjust.
Yes. Later on, I may say, hey, you know what? I put $10 down. I have a little extra money. I'm going to add 10 more to it. But who I pick now is who I'm picking for WrestleMania. I'm not changing. And there are some here that I was not picking before this conversation tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Right, Murder. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to sit here and say all night I'm taking Undertaker, and then last minute on Sunday go putting everything on Wyatt. Is what I'm getting.
Right. He's saying that it's not that hard.
We're not tricking you guys,
but we're not trying to trick you guys. Exactly. Welcome back, Kiss Rocks. All right, so this match intrigues me not because it's a great match. First of all, anyone who's been following me since November and I started making WrestleMania predictions and people asking me what I would do. I said WrestleMania 31 should be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. The only thing I didn't want was it to be for the title. I said Roman Reigns is currently undefeated at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar has beat the person who was currently undefeated at WrestleMania. If Brock Lesnar loses to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, then Roman Reigns almost kinda through osmosis extends Taker's streak through himself. He becomes the new streak. He's now 3-0 at WrestleMania. He beat the guy who beat the guy who beat Taker. That's what I was looking for. It can be a good match. It's not going to be a great match. But you did not need the title to make it as big as it is. If this match was out there, it's easily as big as Randy Orton, Seth Rollins is, and they don't have the title. So it would have been another big match. So this is the match I wanted to see. Once Lesnar did not lose the title at Royal Rumble, which happened before the Royal Rumble match itself happened, I then stopped wanting to see this match. I did not want Roman Reigns fighting for the title at WrestleMania. I do not think he's ready. I think that his biggest problem is the mic. I know they love him. I love him. I think he's amazing. I think he is going to be epic. As long as he keeps working as hard as he is, and he is working hard. His mic skills are already improving from when he won the Royal Rumble to today. If you go back to that interview when we made fun of him the day after the Royal Rumble, he is already a ton better. That being said, Brock versus Daniel Bryan would have been a better match just from the height of them standpoint versus John Cena versus Randy Orton versus a returning Rock versus, anything. You could have come up with a lot of different matches storyline-wise for this. That being said, this is what we have, so this is what we have to go with. And so I'm intrigued with it, one, because I already picked out the winner in November saying Roman has to win this match. That was until there was a belt involved. Now, there are multiple endings to this match. And I'm going to lay them out for you. Clean as day. Easy as pie. This is your options. Brock Lesnar beats Roman Reigns and continues. Now, I did not know this until someone spoiled it for me the other day. I would not have brought this to the table tonight, but I now know it, so now you know it. Plug your ears if you don't want this spoiler. Brock Lesnar re-signed with the WWE. He re-signed a contract for at least another year. I don't know what the contract thing is, but he is not leaving after WrestleMania. Okay? That lends heavily to winning the title back. They've got this thing built. Brock is the beast. I don't know where you go storyline-wise if Brock isn't the champion. If he takes the belt and goes away and you build up John Cena as the U.S. champion and you build up Daniel Bryan as the Intercontinental champion, that it makes a lot of sense going forward to leave it on Brock. Some would argue that another ending is Brock wins the title and Rollins cashes in. I would argue that is not an ending. That will not happen. Brock is not going to win the title and then lose it as a heel to another heel. That's not an ending. The only way that happens is if an alternate version of the second and what I want to see happens. Roman Reigns beats Brock after Paul Heyman switches on him mid-match. Mid-match, Paul Heyman becomes Roman Reigns' manager. Roman Reigns becomes a heel, and he leaves as the champion. Now, people would say, why would they do this? Well, first of all, Heyman has a history of doing this. He's done it twice in a row. He switched from Brock to Big Show. Big Show became the champion. And then switched from Big Show to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle became the champion. And Heyman was the champion 2 times in a row. And I could even see them doing this again later down the road, having Heyman switch to someone else, whoever takes it from Roman Reigns. That being said, what else do you get from this? Well, instead of your matches being Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt and then Roman Reigns versus Big Show and Kane, which no one cares about, you get Roman Reigns versus Cena, Roman Reigns versus Ambrose, Roman Reigns versus Bryan, Roman Reigns versus Orton, Roman Reigns versus Sheamus if you want to bring him back face. If you want to throw him a bone and have him beat a couple people before he has to face real talent, Roman Reigns versus Henry. You have so much more options going forward if you put Roman heel. And we've already discussed his one major downfall is his mic skills. If Paul Heyman is his manager, he doesn't have to have mic skills. Brock Lesnar's already proven that. So, Roman becomes heel, wins the title, and leaves as champion with Paul Heyman. An optional difference to that would be, and I do not see this happening, but someone else said this in chat earlier, Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns still loses, and Brock Lesnar leaves with the title, but as a face because Heyman switching wasn't enough. I don't see them switching Heyman to Roman and then having him lose. But if they do that, then theoretically now Lesnar's a face, and Rollins could cash in on Lesnar as a face. That's a possibility. Again, I don't see big endings there. I see your 2 major endings are Lesnar wins or Roman turns bad and Lesnar wins. Your third real option is Roman Reigns wins as a face and leaves WrestleMania the champion. To me, that's the smallest of the 3 options, but those are your 3 options with 2 side not believable options to me. So there you go. That's what I have.
Bravo, good sir. Bravo. Which is why I wanted you to go first, because when I first started breaking down my notes and everything, like, look how much shit I got on this match alone. I got almost 2 pages just because of all the options, all the shit that could possibly go down with this match. Not only it just being the main event, but just, and I agree with you, I wasn't looking forward to this match that much until I actually started breaking it down, and just all the variables is what intrigues me about this one.
Unlike other matches, I'm not looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to the last 5 minutes of this match to see how it ends.
Right, but I mean, just exactly. Yeah. And this is why I want you to go first. Is like, because if I just sit here and break down every option and every little thing that I thought about, we are going to be here all damn night. What I loved that you said, I don't know if you saw me clapping.
I saw you clapping.
I would love to see the Reigns turn with Heyman. I totally see that. I could totally see that happening. I don't know if that's the most likely thing to happen. That's what I want to happen, mainly because. So let's backtrack a year ago. Batista comes back. Everyone boos the shit out of him. This whole Batista, he wins the Rumble, goes straight to the thing. The crowd crapped on it to the point where they had to force in Bryan last minute, which was understandable. But what pisses me off about WWE fans is they've been asking year after year after year, when are you guys going to build new talent, main headline talent, give them the push,
get Cena out,
Yeah, it's all hypocritical. It's like, I'm sick of Batista and old guys like The Rock. I mean, I love The Rock, but like, we're bringing in guys from the past. When are you going to start bringing in new talent? So why Roman Reigns? Why now? When Reigns won the Rumble, everyone just completely crapped on it. Reigns has the size, he has the potential. Like, everything about Reigns is fine to where he could be that talent they should be building and main eventing at Mania. But one minute the fans want Reigns to be pushed and, or they want some big new guy to be built. They want new talent to be built. But as soon as WWE does it, everyone just starts boo-hooing because they're not getting the Daniel Bryan fairy tale that they got last year. Everyone wanted Bryan to come back from surgery, his career-ending potential, injury, win the Rumble, go back and repeat what he did last year at Mania. I'm glad they didn't. I know there's a lot of people that wish that happened. I'm glad they didn't. I know the booing and stuff is kind of mitigated as of late. Like, WWE had to go through this whole spew and ordeal where, okay, now we're going to do this number one contender thing. And now we're going to have Bryan versus...
They had to prove it.
They had to prove it. They had the number one contender match at Fastlane. And both Spec and I agreed at the time, there's no way that Bryan's winning this match because it completely devalues the Royal Rumble. They wouldn't do that. I wasn't as gung-ho about that initially, but as more I thought about it, Spec was 100% right. Especially coming from a guy like Spec who absolutely loves the Royal Rumble. He loves it way more than Mania. I'm kind of opposite, but I totally agreed at that point. There's no way. This is just a way for them to try to deter what happened with Batista last year, where they just let it go, and as the event got close, they realized this was going to be a disaster and a half. So with all that being said, I would love to see the Reigns turn just to address all those people that booed and that have been hating on the fact that they're trying to push Reigns like this. I think it's a perfect way to not only, as you mentioned, you have Heyman on the mic for Reigns from here on. The options are unbelievable, as you said. The feuds that can get developed, especially throughout the summer and with SummerSlam, especially if Lesnar decides to go away for a little bit, even though he won't, but he might take a little bit of time off. It makes perfect sense to turn heel. We've been saying all night,
there are no
Rusev, we need a monster here. Darren said, we don't have enough heels. I've been mentioning this all night. In the back of my head, it's been a big consideration. They need more heels. This is the spot to do it. I think it would be great for them to do it. I think it gets back to all the haters that were booing Reigns. It kind of gives Reigns an incentive to be like, screw you guys, what now? I had the belt. I got Paul Heyman. I don't care what you people think. Do I think it's going to happen? I hope it does. But as Spec already went through the options, so I'm not going to go back through all these. Like I said, I got a page and a half of all the different things that could happen. Could Lesnar just flat out win this match outright? I think he could. I absolutely think he could. Lesnar's been a top guy for a long time. That's why they've been having to push people like Reigns so much, with the people kind of getting bored of Cena, and then the Bryan injury really deterred, their top-level main event guys, to where they were kind of forced, as Spec mentioned back in October and November. I think it should be Reigns Lesnar at Mania. And also, Lesnar's had a great run. Normally when Lesnar first became a part-time champ, they did the same thing with The Rock. I hated it when Rock was part-time champ. I just hated the whole concept of the part-time champ. But the one thing that did do, at least with Lesnar, at least it kind of made the title territorial in a sense that, Lesnar's not going to compete night in, night out, but that once every 6 weeks when the heavyweight title is on the line and that's there, it just put the spotlight that much brighter and made that heavyweight title match more intriguing. But with that being said, it's been, a year now? Or whatever, how long it's been, but I think it's time for the part-time champ thing to end. 3 weeks ago, I had Lesnar. Now, I think Roman takes it. I hope he turns. I'm a Heyman dude. I'm a CM Punk fan. I'm a Lesnar fan, too. I love all the work that Heyman does with his guys, and I think Reigns is a perfect spot here to turn and take the title. The one other option, Spec, I know you talked about a lot of the option, and we had mentioned it earlier, is there a potential cash-in? Because if we think there's going to be a potential Money in the Bank cash-in by Rollins, that could totally change me and Spec's mindset of, is it time to turn Reigns right now? Is this the spot to do it? So, like I said, there's so many variables. That's why I'm so intrigued.
Well, I would say this. If Roman turns and gets the title, in my opinion, Rollins is a failed cash-in.
I agree.
Because even if he doesn't do it tonight, I'm saying there's no time for him to cash in that it works at that point. Money in the Bank comes too quick. So unless you're going to give Roman the belt for a month or two, unless you're going to only give him 2 months and then put it on a face so Rollins can cash it in, Rollins going to end up having to cash it against Roman. I mean, it becomes he becomes the next failed cash-in whenever he uses it.
Right. And not only all the options you said it opens up, it's great too because if they do the Reigns thing and it backfires, they got Rollins there as a backup.
I agree.
Take it. So it makes, after looking through everything, it makes the most sense to me. And for me, just from a personal bias, I'm pissed of how the crowds and how people treated Reigns. I'm not a big Reigns fan at all. Don't get me wrong. But this whole Daniel Bryan, yes, it didn't matter who they put in that spot. It didn't matter if it was Reigns. It didn't matter who it was. They were going to boo the fact that it was not Bryan. And don't get me wrong. I can see why people love Bryan. He's an underdog. He's a hell of a wrestler in the ring.
You're wrong about that, by the way. There was one other person who could have won. That would have been okay.
Who?
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, at the end of the pay-per-view, when Ziggler was there, that's who they thought was going to win, and people were cheering him. They would have been happy with Ziggler.
Right. But my point is, people love Bryan. They wanted him in this match so bad.
Yeah, they did.
And Reigns paid the price for it. And a lot of people are like, Reigns can't wrestle, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you got to understand, there's very few people that can wrestle like Bryan. Bryan's been wrestling for 15 to 20 years. Reigns has been wrestling, 4 to 5?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big difference. You're asking a lot out of Reigns. But I think Reigns is the right guy. I think this is the right time. I think the Heyman turn thing is perfect. They have a backup plan with Rollins. I don't think it will backfire if Reigns does take it, and I think there's so many feuds that they can build in the future, and they have an absolutely young monster heel that they can push forward with. So there's 1,000 outcomes that could come here. If Lesnar wins, I won't be shocked. But I think you and I are hoping for the same thing on this one, and I think the odds on this one are going to be tough because, like I said, I have almost 2 pages. I've been circling in my head, but at the end of the day, I just got to go with what makes the most sense, and I agree with you about the heel turn and Reigns taking it here, and I don't think Rollins cashes it in.
Okay, so from that, what I had written down before I deleted these, before the thing started, was I had 1 get you 3 on Roman, 1 get you 5 on Lesnar. And I'm still pretty much in that same mindset-ish. It could be 3-4, could be 4-5. I mean, it's the main event. People have to bet on it.
It's so hard to tell. You're going to have to ask Chad on this one. I'd like to hear what Darren and Punk think, too. I don't disagree with you. I could see 3-5. I could see 4-6. I could see them even. Like I said, the odds. Trying to put odds on this one is tough. But yeah, I think Reigns is a slight favorite. It's just what odds do we do? I don't know.
Well, I'm leaning towards the 1 get you 4, 1 get you 5, with Reigns getting you 4. We'll give it a minute to see what the chat says.
I'm good with 4-5, but we'll see what the chat says.
He hates Lesnar so much that he can't see straight.
Oh god. Yeah. See, I like Lesnar. I'm a Lesnar fan. So, another thing too that I would mention, and just a random thing while we were talking this whole heel turn thing, though, one thing that kind of started making me backpedal just a little bit is, and it's a stupid thing, but it's still, something that's important when you think of WWE and merchandise, is that stupid I will shirt.
Yeah.
Because that thing does not scream turning heel at all, So they just put that shirt out.
I was kind of thinking that same thing.
I know it's dumb, but merchandise is a big deal. There's a reason why they don't have Cena doing the ultimate heel turn like Hulk Hogan did way back when.
Yeah.
It's because it hurts them in the wallet big time. So
Punk sees it as even 4-5 in favor of Lesnar.
And that
everybody
doesn't
signing the
surprise me.
contract.
That's, yeah, I don't know.
So do we just want to go 4-4?
I don't think it should be even if more people. That's why I was saying it wouldn't surprise me if people were thinking Lesnar even or slight favorite. But you and I are pretty good on the 4-5, and you and I both agree
all right.
on.
We'll go one. Get you. If you personally, and I'm talking to the fans now, if you personally think that it's even, or if you think Lesnar's a little bit of a favorite, well, we're giving you a slight bump here because you get an extra one. One. Roman Reigns is 4. Brock Lesnar is 5. So there it is. Do I know all the entrants for the Battle Royal? I know 19 of the 20 they've announced. They are right here. We went over them earlier. Here's the odds on them. Those are the 20 that are in the box. Oh, wait. I got to turn the thing back on. The 20 that are in the box, and those are their odds. There is also the option for Sheamus to return. We have that at 1 gets you 12. And then if you wanted to just randomly write someone in, say, hey, I think that Naomi is going to enter the Battle Royal and win. If you wanted to bet Naomi and she wins, that gets you 100. 1 gets you 100. Now keep in mind, you can only bet on one, guys. So don't give me a bet on Fandango and a bet on Zack Ryder and a bet on Sheamus. But that's...
One thing, too, while we're waiting on chat, you mentioned about the match itself. I think it's going to be a decent match. It's not going to be epic, but I think these guys are going to absolutely just bash each other to pieces. My only biggest concern about the match itself is the crowd and how they're going to react throughout the match. That's the only thing I'm worried about on this one.
I think people are behind Reigns now. I think they're fine with it now.
I don't know, man. I think people are going to be cheering for Lesnar.
Yes, Darren, the NXT right now, sometime tonight, and I'm sure it was already happened and they just aired it tonight. But sometime tonight, no, never mind. It was live at Access tonight, WrestleMania Access. There was a tournament of some sort to see what wrestler. You probably can go online and already figure it out by now. But what NXT wrestler, and I know that Neville was one of them. We talked about this earlier. I think I'm going to split this VOD up into sections based on the wrestling matches, so you can just check out what match you want to hear us talk about. But Adrian Neville, Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, I'm not sure who they all were, but whoever wins that tournament at Access, which is the week-long convention that WWE holds before WrestleMania, whoever wins that gets entered into the Battle Royal.
Yeah. I'm good with 4 and 5.
Darum, I see what you're saying. Smoke, I think the crowd is going to be wicked lukewarm to this match after Triple H and Sting and the Intercontinental title belt and the Taker match. Well, here's my thing, Darum. I'm not 100% sure that this is finishing the night. I almost put one of the prop bets as what will be the final match.
I think it's a good prop.
I think that this will be second to last, or maybe they'll do this and then they'll do the Diva Tag Team just to, they usually have that come down match right before the main event, and I think they're going to do Triple H Sting to finish out the night. So if Roman Reigns wins as a heel, you still get Sting standing in the ring over Triple H to end the night with the confetti and stuff. So they won't have Sting Triple H yet to be lukewarm about this match. Just a thought.
Right. All right, so let's crack this odd down. I'm good with where it's at.
Yeah, so am I. I had a plan to put some of the bets as not 1 gets you, but 5 gets you 1 or something like that. Like the John Cena bet. I originally said I was going to make that 3 gets you 1. And I will do one on the Damian Sandow I have right there, 1 gets you 0. I'm going to make that like 5 gets you 1 or something. I'm going to do a quick talk about the prop bets. I will be putting in odds of the prop bets offline. We're not going to continue the stream for that. If you want to have me discuss prop bets, you will be watching tomorrow's stream at 6 p.m. and I'll discuss prop bets tomorrow while I'm streaming World of Warships. I'm going to be taking a first look at that. But I will discuss the prop bets and how to bet on them there. I would suggest you waiting until then, because you may not understand some things, and your understanding of something and my understanding of something might be different, and it's always going to default to my understanding of something.
So I'm going 25 Reigns here.
Just so you know, Darum, the title match is not always last.
Yeah, it's not. I think it will be the last match here, but it's not always.
Midweekers, thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel, because that's the wrong thing, and welcome to the Domination. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream because the bar is open. But it's not always the last match. It wasn't, I think, the year that Undertaker fought Shawn Michaels. I just think that from our mindset, Sting and Triple H is the same kind of match as Undertaker Shawn Michaels retirement match. It's the whole Sting's first and potentially only appearance in WWE. John Cena, the year that John Cena fought The Rock, the title match was Chris Jericho and CM Punk. But Rock John Cena was the last match. I mean, that's the same type of match. We brought in The Rock for this match. He finishes out WrestleMania. We brought in Sting for this match. I see that being the final match. I don't see them ending with the title. That's just me.
Yeah. So what are you betting on this? I put 25 on Reigns.
Go look at WrestleMania 31 on Wikipedia. Battle Royal is in pre-show. Kiss Rocks? No, it's not. I mean, it might say it on Wikipedia, but then Wikipedia is wrong. Hey, Evil Bunny, how are you doing? The pre-show is the tag team match. I literally sit in front of you guys every week and watch the show, so you know I'm not making it up. They've been announcing it on the show for weeks now. It's not a pre-show. Hey, Punk, how you doing? Good to see you. Brock Lesnar signed a contract the other way. No way Reigns wins now. Well, you can bet on that if you'd like. That's what we're doing now, is making our bets.
He took Wyatt, too.
No way. Are you serious? They moved it to the pre-show? Really? Damn it.
What'd they move?
Yep. They did move it. Pre-show match number 1, Fatal 4 tag team match. Pre-show match number 2, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That is terrible.